I do storytelling. I grew up here in Queens and I was attending a performing arts high school for dance. And so storytelling was really ingrained in my creative approach from a very early age. My name is Rachel Schwartzmann and I am the founder of The Style Line, which is a boutique content company. I personally was in a place where I was becoming very overextended in our agency projects with The Style Line. There was a point where I was producing up to 20 blog and social shoots a month. And so I was just in this place where I literally needed to slow down and reevaluate. I also started to notice that a lot of the brands that we had featured were very much involved in slow fashion and slow food and movements like that. And so I was like, why aren't we thinking about this through the lens of marketing and business? And that's sort of where the decision to take a position on slow content came from. We didn't invent it, but I'd like to think that we're spearheading it in a more digestible way. I think there are three main ways that you can approach it. And maybe the first and most obvious is the actual production of the content, thinking about the resources that you need to make something really good and something that will provide inspiration, education, or value. I think the second avenue is distribution, so taking a time to map out a plan of where this piece of content will live and the different ways that it will serve an audience based on the channel that it lives on. And then recently I've started to think about this third avenue in a more big picture way, and then that is the operational side. I feel like most people, where they get tied up isn't necessarily in the production or distribution resources, but they don't have enough high-level guidance or best practices that makes team members feel confident that they are prepared to not only get this done, but do it in a really beautiful and memorable way. I love Planoly for many reasons. My mind is clouded with so many things that need to get done on a day-to-day level, and so to have this really robust visual tool give me a framework for how things are going to look on social just saves me so much time and also inspires me to keep pushing the boundaries of what we can do visually for each of the Style Line's initiatives. I think slow content is something I've always inherently practiced but didn't put a name to until about a year ago. Going back to the inspiring side of it, I think it has to kind of evoke emotion, something that people can connect with even though it's online. Similar to like fast fashion, fast content is just readily available, but it's not really there to do anything else than just be seen, whereas slow content is something that you can connect with or maybe inspire you to like disconnect as well. Something that like has a little bit more of a life cycle beyond a platform or a trend. And I hope that slow content with what we're doing with Slow Stories kind of inspires that thought process and the creation of content and even the creation of businesses, because I think a lot of businesses assume that if you have a lot of beautiful content or just a lot that it's going to cut through the noise, and I don't subscribe to that necessarily.